changing up our clothes for the fall, right? Well, it's also a great time to jazz up our hairstyles. This morning, we've got hair expert Angela Stevens to show us fall looks for adults and kids. Hello, and thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So we got to make sure we add a little sauce on there because you're a celebrity hairstylist. You were on LA Hair for WeTV on a reality show, and then you're also working with Russell Simmons, you told me?
Yeah, I'm the creative director for a new yoga slash hair salon slash apparel brand slash wellness bar, and it's called Tantress in West Hollywood.
Slash this, slash that, add on all the slashes. All right, so we're talking, first let's talk back to school, and then we want to get to some natural hair. So we got kind of a mother-daughter thing going on here this morning. So our babies just went back to school. Tell us about this hairstyle.
So, you know, cornrows are super popular for kids, but a great way to kind of kick up the style, give them a little freshness, and then also kind of hold the hairstyle in place. I decided to basically use some yarn and thread that through her hair just to give it a little pop. So she's giving like baby goddess vibes, you know what I mean?
It does kind of give it a little pop, kind of spice up a hairstyle that we've all had, regardless what age we are. We might still have it today, depending on who we are.
Yeah, and it's a great look for if you're not super precise with your parts or, you know, super perfect about the braiding. You can really give the detail to the accent, and then it really helps make the style come to life even more.
And you know, kids like to do the fun colors, and no one really wants their child walking around with pink hair if they can help it. Not at this age. You want to give them a little time so they can, you know, they do that when they're grown.
Exactly.
So now you can kind of add it up.
The MVP is just a little yarn, $3. And I just kind of threaded it through her hair and wove it in different directions, and now we have the look.
Nice. Well, let's move on to our natural hair mama over here. So I am natural, and my hair does not always come out as fabulous as this.
Yes, so the first thing we did was we had to cut off all those straight pieces. So ladies, if you are trying to wear your hair curly, just go ahead and just cut off the stuff that's not really working for the style, because then it's a lot easier to your wedding goes. And what we did with her is just use my finger. So it's really about spiraling your finger around each curl, basically just like that. And so you just twirl the hair until it sets, and then you just kind of let it dry a little bit naturally with air.
Now, go ahead. I was going to ask what kind of products are you're using to help it stay?
I like to cocktail. It's really about layering multiple products in. So you definitely want to use an oil, especially if your hair needs a little bit more moisture. But then you also want to use a great leave-in, and then either a cream or gel.
And then it feels soft too. It feels soft. Like no one wants the crunchy, hard hair. That's just annoying. Movable. It happens, but it's annoying.
So then after we kind of let the air kind of pull the curls up from finger twirling it, then the MVP is the diffuser. Now it's getting cold outside, so you can't go outside just with your hair wet. So the diffuser is going to be the best thing. You just pop it on your blow dryer, and it's really going to help set those curls and dry them.
I gotta get me one of those.
You have to get a diffuser.
One of those. Now you were saying cut the hair. So when you have natural hair, curly hair like this, should you cut it when it's in this form, or should you like straighten it to get a good trim, or how should you do it?
The main thing you want to do is if it's wet and you see that there are still some straight pieces, go ahead and just cut those. Okay. But for the best shape, I prefer to cut the hair when it's straight, so then you have the versatility. Because if you cut it when it's curly, you don't have a good shape when you straighten it out, and then you have to cut it again. Okay, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. What would you say is the #1 no-no that people do with hair? I know that's a big question, but what's the #1 thing they should not be doing? Well, for your kids' styles, I'm gonna say don't braid your kids' hair too tight. I know sometimes children can be dramatic, but if they're really in pain, that is an indication that something isn't right, and potentially you can create hair loss. So if it's too tight, it's not right. Okay, so for kids, don't do too tight. And then for us grown-ups, you know, what do we do that we shouldn't do? A lot. But one of my biggest things is not using heat on a consistent everyday basis. Okay. That's going to break down the hair shaft. It's really going to take away from the life and the vitality of the hair. I'm getting sad. We got to talk. We got to talk. I know, because we want it to look fresh. All right, so for more info, log on to AngelaCStyles.com.